I think some of these murals are duplicates. Like, I don't really get this one. So it looks like the dragon here is attacking this. And is he attacking or protecting? Is he fighting this dragon? I don't know. Let's put Padfoot back on. Seed of Skill. Awesome. Did I use all of the Seed of Skills I have? Let's see. No, I have 5 Seeds of Skill. I think I'm going to go ahead and use those. So, what I'm doing with my hero here is I got my courage skill up where I want it. You get it to 90 and it reduces the MP cost of all of his abilities and spells by 50%. So that's really good for, say, Omni Heal, which is really expensive. I got 9 in Sword, so I could get Dragon Slash for the bonus bosses. At this point, I'm working on Boomerangs, so I can get the upgraded version of... so I can get Super Throw, which is the upgraded version of Power Throw, which instead of doing normal damage, it does like 25% extra damage to everything on the screen with no reduced damage. It's pretty good. I'm probably not going to use it very much, but I like having the option. Honestly, when the hero has to use multi-targeting attacks, I most of the time just have him use Zap. Zap is really good in this game. Yangus, I'm having him max out Fisticuffs so he can get Boulder Toss, so he can have a non-whoosh elemental multi-targeting move. An alternate thing I could have done, but that I probably wouldn't have had enough skill points to do, was I could have went Scythes for either stealing abilities, or if I really wanted to grind, I could have gotten Big Banga. Let's see, Jessica. I'm trying to max her staves out so she can get Kazing. And after that, I don't know. After that, probably just going to put the points in whips to get that extra attack power from them. There's no way I can max out Sex Appeal to get Hustle Dance before I'm done with the game, I don't think. Angelo, I'm going to 88 in bows to learn Shining Shot. And after that, I'm probably just going to dump the rest of it in Charisma. So, I've got... Let's go ahead and use these. Let's sort the bag's... Sort the bag's contents. Okay, so I don't have any more seeds. So let's use that on Jessica. Let's put those in staves. She's pretty close to a level, I think, so I'm not going to give her that another seed. So I got 15 points I can allocate. What do I want to do with them? I'm going to go ahead and give them to Angelo. It doesn't really matter. I don't really rely on the Seeds of Skill to get anything. But let's go ahead and use them. Okay, there we go. So he needs 5 more points. to get what he needs, and Jessica needs like 3. That's pretty good. Here we have another enemy, the White King. I'm going to summon my team because these guys are awful. The Pandora boxes, I mean. White Kings are not that bad. I think the worst thing they can do is cast Kaboom. Let's see. No, they cast Fizzle and Kaswoosh. I'm thinking of the infamous monster that I killed a little while ago. Cast Kaboom. They have 456 hit points, and they get 2 attacks per round. And they can cast Kaswoosh and Fizzle. So, they also can summon backup, but the backup they summon is not that bad. And their physical attacks are actually fairly weak compared to everything else in here. Man, you can fizzle me all day long. Man, kill that Pandora's box. Please, 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 please. I can take care of everything else. One of the things I'm trying to do, because I have a tablet, and I've tried to do this before. I'm trying to use it instead of kind of having an open window. Uh-oh, don't kill Skeledoid. Ooh. Don't kill Skeledoid. Don't kill Skeledoid. Okay, I think we're good. Anyway, I'm trying to use it to look at my notes instead of just an open window in my computer screen. Seeing how that works. Alright, let's go. What does my HP look like? Is everybody full? Yes, they are. Ooh, you know what I need to do? I need to put the happy hat on. Yes. Just put the happy hat on so we can... Okay, how the heck did they get up there to paint that? Get that MP recovery going on. One of the things I kind of, I guess, glossed over, didn't really go into for this area that you need to do is you need to bring extra monsters with you. You need to bring replacements to sub out if they kill one of your first stringers. And it doesn't hurt to have 2 offensive teams. I know, like, one of the things that I notice a lot is pretty much all the guides are like, you should have an offensive team and a defensive team, and I don't really do that. I like having the 2 offensive teams. I mean, there are some pretty good defensive teams you can put together, like, but I don't know, they just don't seem that useful before you get to the post game. Specifically, I'm talking about the one that casts Zing Slinger. It's, what is it? It's Metabol, Cure, and Healer. It's the Cure Slime and the Heal Slime and the Metabol, and you throw them in to a group together. They form the Wizards of Z, and their Death Blow move is called Zing Slinger. So what it does is it, I think, restores everybody to full hit points and revives anybody that's dead. So it's a good, consistent way for the hero to revive people, since he only knows Zing. You know, without using Yggdrasil leaves. So, I really like the aesthetic of this place. Like, it kind of starts out as just another cave that you're exploring, right? You don't know where the cave is, of course. Angelo mentions that it kind of has an otherworldly feel to it. There's the murals on the wall, which are a nice touch. But then you get outside, right? And you just kind of... You're on a mountain, kind of floating out into space. Which is neat. After that battle, Yangus got another level. That chest right there is a Pandora's box. You don't want to open it, so we're just going to skip it. We're just going to cut the corner here, go through the poison marsh, take our 1 point of damage a tick, and just go on about our day. Whew. That was a rather large group of silhouettes. Thankfully, my monster team took care of it. The big fear is having... Oh, by the way, that's just a loop right there. It just all comes back around. The big fear with fighting silhouettes in Pandora's boxes is that they'll ambush you. And if that happens, there's a really good chance they'll kill you. If you get super... just some White Kings. I'm getting really lucky. They're not summoning help. That makes killing them a lot faster. So, hey, let's go and get these chests. I didn't skip one, did I? No. No. Now, I know I keep making a big deal about Thwack and Death Dance, but I would like to point out that I do actually have some resistance to it. The Metal King helm gives you some resistance to whack, and the Golden Tiara gives you resistance to whack. There's also an accessory you can make that would do the same thing, and there is a robe that you can make for Angelo and Jessica that makes you immune to the whack spell. But I don't have the robes, and I only have resistance. So, oh, that reminds me. There's still a possibility that you can die, and I've had that happen. And I'd rather just be, rather be safe than sorry. So let's do that. The chances of Jessica running out of MP in battle are slim, so I didn't give her an elfin elixir, although I might. I've got 4 of them. But I kind of want to save them for the hero in Angelo, so we'll see. There we get the Metal King Spear. The Metal King Spear is a little more powerful than the Hero Spear. But the thing is if you throw it into the alchemy pot with the Flame Tang Boomerang, you get the Metal King Boomerang. Metal Wing Boomerang, excuse me. Which is the most powerful boomerang in the game. So basically, they force you to choose between the best spear and the best boomerang, which is one of the reasons why spears and boomerangs are not so great together at the end game. Generally speaking, I think the best, quote-unquote, best combination would be spears and fisticuffs, so you could get the physical attacks of the spear combined with thin air, and that way you don't cannibalize your ultimate spear. But I went with boomerangs because I really like boomerangs, and so it's 100 versus 120. We've had the discussion before where, it takes a lot of attack power to really make a difference in the final damage calculations. I had to think of the word there. So anyway, let's continue on with the dungeon here. We're almost at the end. Like, this place is not that long. It's very straightforward. It's something you don't really see a lot in, like, bonus dungeons, like bonus content in general. Most of the time, you go into the final dungeon area and it's like this big maze. But this place is a fairly straight path to the end, so... I mean, not that I'm complaining. The enemies in here are hard enough to make you have to go through a maze, too. but this is the last area of this half of the dungeon. There's two halves to this dungeon, and there is a safe zone in the middle. So they do that several times in the Dragon Quest series. Like Dragon Quest VI has something like that. You go through the bonus, the Fungeon is what they call it. El Trio, huh? We've heard that name before, by the way. So, if you can remember where we heard the name El Trio, good on you. Ooh, here we go. One of the last new enemies we have. By the way, El Trio's grave there in the background. Nice touch. This is a Belial. They have 720 hit points. And there's really no good way to fight them except physical attacks. Whoosh doesn't work very well on them. They're immune to Sizz and Bang. They're slightly resistant to Frizz. So like if you want to attack them with spells, you want to have, like, let's say you went staves with Jessica. You want to have her use Crackle if you don't have Twin Dragon Lash. Physical attacks are the way to go on these guys, though. Especially when there's only one of them. They're just great big balls of hit points that can attack your entire party for pretty big damage. But I've got armor that protects against damage like that. And I've got lots of hit points and lots of healing, so this is going to go pretty easy. Let's go ahead and use multi-thrust. Yep, not worried about that at all. Ooh, maybe I should be worried about that. But he's dead this turn anyway, so. Probably would have killed him last turn if I had used multi-thrust and gotten lucky and gotten 4 hits. Let's go ahead and use Omni Heal, save time. I'm hoping Jessica gets one more level before we get... Well, it doesn't matter, like, through this dungeon. Before we get to the boss at the end of the second half, I'm hoping she gets one more level. That's a dead end. There's nothing down there but a round circular room for some reason. Like, I feel like they wanted to put something in that room, but they just either forgot or just decided not to, or ran out of coffee, or I don't know. Somebody asked me once where I got my ran out of coffee. They just seem to have run out of coffee thing. I read an article once. Well, I'll talk about it after this scene.
That gate's a whopper, isn't it? Wonder what's behind it, eh?
It won't move an inch. What do we do now?
Well, we can't just turn back. Come on, someone must have a bright idea.
We really can just turn back. We have the evac spell. It will take us out of here. Oh, hey, Munchie. Well, okay then. But anyway, something that's always stuck with me is I read an article a long time ago about Earthbound Zero. They've released it now and they call it Earthbound Beginnings, but back in the day, there was prototypes floating around. And this article was talking about how the game was fully translated, fully localized, but they just decided not to release it. They put all that manpower and work into it, and just you know, and the article made the joke, I guess they ran out of coffee. And for some reason, that really made me laugh, and it stuck with me years and years and years and years later. And whenever, like, I see somebody's, like, you know, a situation where somebody has just gotten really close to the finish line and given up, I make the comment, well, maybe they ran out of coffee. And so, you know.
Welcome to the Dragovian Sanctuary. We Dragovians are capable of existing in 2 forms, human and dragon.
That's just a little glimpse into my brain for you.
I am Chen Mui, a Dragovian elder. I'll be your guide here.
Okay.
It has been many hundreds of years since humans last set foot within the sanctuary. Your sudden appearance may shock some Dragovians. That is why I would like to accompany you.
That's okay.
You may feel uncomfortable at being escorted, but I pray for your understanding in this matter.
I don't know. I trust the old man. It's something about his mohawk. So, anyway, now we have Chin Mui following us. I wonder if his name is like Chin Mui, and then he has like a last name, or like if Mui is his last name.